So a slow PC, if you have a slow PC and it's a couple of years old, what can you do with it? So I'd done a video yesterday showing you how to do a refresh on your Windows 8 or Windows 10 PC. Now, if you don't have that option, if you have, say, the likes of Windows 7 computer and you don't have the disk to reinstall the operating system, what you can do is run a factory reset on, if it's a laptop or even a desktop that you've from a particular company like Dell or Lenovo or HP. The main reason why computers slow down after a couple of years is because of disk drives. So these guys, and that's a 2.5 inch and that's a 3.5 inch. They cause a computer to slow down big time after about a year. Now sometimes it can be a little earlier than that, but they are the main cause of a PC slowing down, especially if you've tried everything else like reinstalling the operating system and you find it's still sluggish, and you've upgraded the RAM and all that good stuff, it's still slow. Here's the culprit: disk drives, terabyte drives. Absolutely ridiculous the amount of work that a terabyte drive has to do to pick up information, to put it on your screen, to put it out on your RAM is phenomenal. It's a serious amount of work it has to do. And why it has to do so much work is because it's a disk that's inside them. So these disks spin at 720 revs per minute, okay? 7,200 revs per minute, like, it's phenomenal. And then this little arm here, this has to go back and forth along, and there's 2 or 3 of these disks. There's two on this one on this side and one on the other side. So it's just one disk, but it reads both sides. And then you have the big terabyte drives, which would be the, not so much the bigger ones, because you can get a terabyte drive in a 2.5 inch as well. But they do the same thing. They have a magnetic arm that goes out and reads the data and sends it to your RAM. But that is the reason why it is so slow. After about 2 years, there's your culprit. So replace them. I have a few videos on how to replace hard drives in 2.5 inch and 3.5 inch hard drives. And if you can, and they're not expensive anymore, replace it with a solid state drive. They are seriously so much quicker. Now, just to, not to so much prove it to you, but I done a video on upgrading this laptop about 3 years ago, and I put in a solid state drive into it. It is now, I think it's 8 years old now at this stage, 8 or 9 years old. It's a Samsung, but it's running like it was the day I got it, because I replaced the disk drive that's inside it and put in a solid state drive. Now, solid state drives, so you can get a 120 gig solid state drive for about €80, $80. I don't know why there's such a difference between them, between European and USA or Canada, but there seems to be a big difference in the price. But that's what I would do if I had a computer, a laptop or a desktop that was running slow, and I tried all the software options that was available to me, like reinstall the operating system or refresh the operating system, and it still didn't work, or I reset it back to factory defaults and it was still slow, and I upgraded the RAM, put in an extra 2 gigs or 4 gigs of RAM into it, and it's still kind of slow. It's the disk drive that's causing it. So replace the disk drives, and you don't need someone to do this for you. It is very easily done. You could follow that video and how I did that. So basically, you just, some of them are just peel away, you know, and you can just remove 2 or 3 screws at the back of it. And usually, if it's a notebook like this, you will have to take off the complete back off of it. But I show that to you in the video anyway, if you want to go and see that. I hope this helps, because it's such a problem. Every other day I'm getting people coming to me. I have a computer, it seems to be fine, but it's just running slow. It gets slow when it goes out online, and the main problem is the disk drives, these guys. So they've, you know, I've told them to reinstall their operating system and all that, or refresh their operating system, and they still come back saying it's slow. And here is the culprit. 12 months down the line, once you get a new computer, if it has a disk drive, it's going to start getting slow because of these guys. So I hope that helps. If you need help with any of this, leave a comment here on YouTube and I'll get back to you. I answer all comments, so if I can't help, I will send you to somewhere that you can get the help that you require. Okay, so that's it for now. Chat soon.